What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Flowers. For those that's new to my channel, Flowers is my segment where I like to give some of my favorite albums their recognition or just some classic albums that I feel like are underappreciated. So I'm continuing. This might be my last one. I might just make it a trilogy, but this is my final Lil Wayne Carter review. If you want to check out my other ones, I'll put them up here so you can just click. But without further ado, today I'm going to be discussing Lil Wayne's Magnum Opus, The Carter 3. I wanted to keep it at the trilogy, but I might expand to 4. You guys let me know in the comments. I've been listening to The Carter 3 so much recently. Like just off the random, I've been listening to it like so much. Just I don't know what it is. I something has just been drawing me to that album. And I always have a toss up between this and Carter 2, which one's better. I usually lean towards this one just because everything surrounding it, but I wanted to give this album some flowers because even though it's a hip hop classic, I feel like it doesn't get talked about a lot. I feel like it's one of the ones that we just not so much brush over, but like I said, I just don't feel like we give it enough props. And I think it's some magic on this album that isn't talked about a lot, and I just wanted to talk about that. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I'm going to talk about some of the things I love about this album, some things that some things I don't love so much about this album, and just fan out for about 15 minutes. So let's get into it. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. LifeAsTatum on everything. So anyways, the Carter 3, like I mentioned, that is Lil Wayne's Magnum Opus. The Carter 3 came out in 2008. I think it was June 10th, 2008. Wow, that's so long ago now. Sidebar, I remember having at least 3 to 4 Carter 3s already before the album came out. Lil Wayne has so many versions of the Carter 3s that leaked around that time, during that whole from 07 to 08. Pretty much after the Carter 2 drop, we had so many Carter 3 leaks that we had the album already. Well, what we thought was the album. And this album not only solidified Wayne, it was like the icing on the cake for his 07 run, from his run to 05 to 08. This was like the icing on the cake. This is the one that like made it a perfect story. This was the way the music goes off. This is how the movie goes off, credits, whatever. This was the one. I just remember how much, I think it was after the Drought 3 when we started getting preparation for this album. So I remember Millie came out. I'm going to be all over the place. Sorry, I'm just fanning out. If it comes off a little different from my other reviews, this is why. I remember when a Millie first dropped with Corey Guns. And before it was a single, like a lot of people confuse and think Millie was just dropped as a single. It wasn't. It was like a leak, like on a mixtape. Corey Gunn. I remember the whole thing, and I was just thinking how crazy this is. And even when they announced it as a single, I was like, well, this is odd, like because I love Wayne for just pure rapping, right? And Millie is like his. I always say if a person never heard Lil Wayne and I wanted them to hear a song or just like that sums up his greatness, I will play Millie. But I thought it was great that in a time of hooks and poppy hooks and just good hooks coming out of 50 Cent or coming out of Kanye, for a song with no hook and just pure energy and bars to be as big as it is, it's or was at the time, is insane. And it might still be the best song on here for the most part. Like it might be the best song on here, but I just always thought that was amazing that a Millie being the song that it is as big as it got, because what it was, it's like you can't imagine that a song with no hook blowing up that big. Sorry, I just had to mention that. This album went like, what is so like 900 plus thousand in a week, went platinum in a week pretty much, which was unheard of. The last album that did that was probably Graduation, which so like 960 I think in the first week, and before that 50 Cent The Massacre did like 1.4 in like 4 days, which is just 16 tracks, a fleet of like top-notch producers: Swiss Beats, Kanye, Cool and Dre, Bangladesh, Jim Johnson, David Banner, Street Runners, Alchemist was on here. That's crazy. Grammy Award winning album. Like it's so many accolades that come with this. Why I mentioned this at the top. Let's get into it, though. Let's start with 3P. 3P is such a dope intro, and I swear it was a Carter 3. He had another intro for the Carter 3. I'm gonna try to find it. If I can find it, I'll put it in this video. But he had another intro for the Carter 3. I remember before this one got on here. And 3P has so much energy, man. It's so menacing coming on, and got game like Stuart Scott, fresh out the ESPN shop, and with Sports Center popping and everything. Lil Wayne has this ability to just connect lines that's just so like, why'd you even? This doesn't even make sense. like if you thinking about it, but it sounds so great, and if you put some thought into it, it is like genius writing. Like, just to keep it simple, I got game like Stuart Scott, fresh out the ESPN shop, and with Sports Center popping, everything dropping. But you can't fool me. I know what you watching. Me, you watch me. Even though he said some blatant wild shit like run up in the nigga house and shoot his grandmother up. Eagle Street, I throw it up like I'm trying to lose my gut. Fuck is up, beat him up like a million uppercuts. That's just got a million duffled up for the fuck of it. Shit, get on my level. Like his flow is just like, oh Jesus Christ. Going into Mr. Carter with him and Jay-Z, which at the time, if you remember, though Lil Wayne always like praised Jay-Z as being like his favorite rapper, best rapper alive since the best rapper retired, the Carter series, it was always a little like give and take tension there. Like Lil Wayne wanted that spot and Ho wasn't acknowledging Wayne. Even so, I remember it was like a Dipset song. Was it Weatherman? I think it was like Jim Jones, but he was like, you like 44? I can kill you, come home when I'm 40. Like Lil Wayne was dissing, or Jay-Z sending little small shots here and there, like on T.I., Watch What You Say to Me. So to get them finally on a record together, besides like Hello Brooklyn, which was just off American Gangster, it was just, we finally get like this great presentation. And I wouldn't say the Jay-Z verse is one of his greatest, but I do appreciate when Hove like, he still took the big bro role. Is like, I got so much from this game, now I want to see what you do with it kind of shit. And then Lil Wayne just go, and I'ma go so off the Richter. I just love that shit. And Lil Wayne is probably the most, next to Hove, probably a little bit more than Hove to be honest, but one of those most quotable rappers, Instagram caption rappers that we've seen in our lifetime. Like, he has so many quotables. I got spring hating on me because I ain't never sprung, winter hating on me because I'm colder than y'all, and I would never fall. So many weird quotables that you could just pull from. I just think this song was dope. This is another song I don't think gets talked about a lot at all. Like, we forget that Wayne and Jay had like it was a dope song. Even the hook, hey Mr. Carter, just a great it was just a great moment, especially right there. It was a great moment. Speaking of which, remember when Jay-Z did his Ability remix, Got Money, which was like, one thing I did love about the Carter, which I do love about the Carter 3, is that we get Wayne with these. Okay, quick story. When the Carter 2 came, I've been a Lil Wayne fan forever. My first concert was a Hot Boys tour, Rough Riders tour. So I've been a Lil Wayne fan forever. So my thing with Lil Wayne, when he was getting into the Carter series and Carter 1, Carter 2, when he gets to the Carter 2, I remember like, damn, I really wish he had like just a more commercial presence, because he's so good. So when I remember hearing Hustler music on the radio, and I was like, whoa, they playing this on the radio? That's kind of nuts. Like, I love Hustler music, but it's not a great single. So when we get to the Carter 3, and after he's done his fleet of features, he did like 100 plus features in a year, you get like songs like I Get Money, even though I Got Money, even though it's like this, for the most part, it's cheesy, you know what I mean? Like, we can admit that it's cheesy, but it's good to have him on these records. Finally, he can get one. Like, even he mentions on here, like on Get Too Comfortable, he mentions, damn, I got one. My mama going like this, but like, it was a thing. I think he even realized that, damn, just searching for that one. Like, I'm doing the best. I got all the best features. I got all the best raps, all the best flows, but I ain't got a one yet. So I appreciate Got Money. We go into Comfortable, which was a dope Kanye flip from his Alicia Keys beat that he made on Diary Alicia Keys, You Don't Know My Name, and you get Babyface on the hook, and even him using to the left around that time, just how pulling that uh, pop quotes from out, like just to make the song more relatable. And I love his flow on it. I love how he, and I know a lot of people don't like comfortable, but I love the beat. I love the hook. I love his if you want to leave, you my bad, you can stop feeling irreplaceable. Listen to Beyonce, which is like my neck, my back. Funny how that sentence ain't got old yet to us. So let's project. You stay in, never incorrect. Like I just love how he was doing that flow. Something you don't see a lot of Wayne doing now. Just finding different pockets and flows. Allowing now it's more like this rapid fire type of flow. Listen to all the different type of songs. Like we go to Dr. Carter, we go to Phone Home. Two different crazy songs. One he's pretending to be a doctor. The other one he's an alien. Like it's we are not the same. I am a Martian. Who knew that line? Who knew that line? Again, quotables. Who knew that line? Or okay, you're a goon, but what's a goon to a goblin? There's so many pullable quotables from this album, and I think like this album really shines for that reason. So we get comfortable, get Dr. Carter, Phone Home. Phone Home is one of the ones that I've grown to love it over the years. Back in the day when I first heard it, when I first used to listen to this album in '08, it was one of the ones I skipped because I was like, what is this? Like, it was weird. There's Martian sounds and dope beat, hard beat, but I was like, what is this? But I love his flow in there too. Summer rain like all Tom. It's like just the way he was changing his flow, and it was just dope. Now I'm looking back at it. Tie My Hands, which is like his ode to Hurricane Katrina. And Wayne was a big obviously that hit him hard. If you remember listening to Georgia Bush on the dedication to and numerous other freestyles sprinkled in like on mixtapes, he talked about how much I know people who live in them pools, I know people who died in them schools. Like he's from that shit hit home for him. And Tie My Hands was one of the ones that I think he performed it at the Grammys, matter of fact. Yeah, I think he performed that at the Grammys that year. Produced by Robin Thicke, which is crazy, which is dope because they always had a good chemistry as far as shooters and things of that nature. And, All Night Long on Robin Thicke's second album. Mrs. Officer is so funny. I'll just skip that one. Again, I just appreciate him having some hits. You know what I mean? Like, it's corny, but you know, the fact that Bobby V saying we like a cop car is crazy. Going to Let the Beat Build, which is probably my favorite on here. It's just something about that song. The Kanye chop, the Diesel on the beat, Diesel doing the percussions. I just love that. Just the way he actually made this is how he told you this is how you better be. He told you this. He was telling you how to make the beat build. And just to start off, straight off the block with it, Eagle Street to be specific. I'm peeping at you people different. I pay my dues, you keep the difference. I can see the end and the beginning, so I'm not forget it. And then what's my favorite? One of my favorite parts on Let the Beat Builds at the end. He said, "Think I'm lying, man? I'ma get in a nigga chest like a bunch of flame, like a fucking ram. I'ma hook on my lamb. I'm a dumpster man in the dumpster can. You ain't a soldier ass uncle, same hair, and I be like Pam, nigga. Fuck your plan, fuck your man. You ain't a pimp unless you get the same bitch though. Fuck your man and fuck your plan. And all my bitches know that's my plan. Oh goddamn, like that shit. Shoot Me Down." Another one of I think those are two of my favorites, right back to back. I think that's why though. Shoot Me Down, just a different vibe from Wayne. It kind of give us that rock feel, which he would go way too much into, like on the Rebirths and a lot of songs after this. But it was that first one, I'm sipping hot tea, bitch. And if you let me, you won't forget me. But if you, what do you say? If you let me, you won't regret me. If you let me, you won't forget me. And if you don't, then ponder, blah, blah. There's a reminder. I ain't kinda high, I'm sauna. I sweat money in the bank is my shower. Like, what? And I would die for hours, ride for hours, supply flowers. This is history in the making, so shut the fuck up and let me make it. That last verse where he speaks to his daughter, Pop, I do it to him, I'm a bastard, and I'm gonna do it again like nigga backwards. I give respect, cause if I don't, I'ma take it. I see you boys hating, and I see you girls naked. Gun sound like a naked drum. Switch clips with my thumb, then I pop another clip in and aim at his vision. But Wayne is his vision. I'm aiming at a mirror. It's just ew. It gave me a vibe of if you guys ever heard I Feel Like Dying, or Something You Forgot, or those are the type of songs I wish that made it to this album, like those real heartfelt Wayne songs, but we kind of get it on here. Going to Lollipop. I remember hearing Lollipop for the first time, and I was like, oh, I loved it, but I hated it. for the same. I loved it for the same reason I've been mentioning about having a commercial singers. But then when I hate it because it's like, oh man, this is. I know where this can go. Like as an artist, you could take the 50 Cent Candy Shop route really fast, and it's hard to circle back around. Because once those records like that really pop, you gotta. For most artists, you gotta keep doing it. It's only a few artists that break away from that formula that made them hot. So Lollipop is dope, but remix is dope too. Even Kanye saying that funniest part what Kanye says, but you ain't gonna kill me like you did everybody else, and Wayne proceeds to kill him like he does everyone else. Lollipop goes into La La, which is not the superior La La, the great La La that was on the I'm saying La La too many times, on the original Carter 3, and now I'm just smoking on my La. La 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 la. Only real Wayne fans know that, and that's the test. If a person say they're a Wayne fan and they don't know La La, the original one, cut them off. Record, Briscoe and Buster. Briscoe got a great look, didn't he? On a song on one of the biggest albums of the year with Busta Rhymes and Wayne. That's kind of crazy. Playing with fire. If I set this stage on fire. And then I saw that in that verse, he's talking about his mother at the end with like domestic violence and stuff that was going on between her and her husband. And man, I'm just so mad they took that. They didn't get that song cleared. Even to this day, I'm surprised not on streaming services, not on some of the CDs of the Carter 3 or vinyls. But that song was so amazing. It's one of the ones that made this album like heartfelt. Like the stuff I'm talking about, that was Playing with Fire would have been one of my favorite songs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna still put it on there. They took it off to put like Pussy Monster on there. Pussy, whatever the fuck it was. And I remember that just being like, it was cool when it was done on lives. That was cool when it was done live on stage and stuff, but that stupid ass David Banner beat, it was just a bad song. And You Ain't Got Nothing on Me. All of them killed it. Great Alchemist beat, Fab, Jewels. People forget how great Jewels was back then. So much so, Can't Feel My Face. That mixtape, album never came out, but the mixtape's out there online. Check it out. And one thing I loved about Wayne in this era too is how he would say a word, but say like, oops, I meant, like he'll say bend a word, so he'll say like havoc, oops, I meant havoc. like on Barry Bonds, or he says a line on here, it's Wheezy F you, now you got to have a baby. My money don't fold nor bends. Mercedes. Like you hear how my money don't fold nor bends. Mercedes, Maybach, gray black, and I got a fofo in the K, like A stacks. Nigga, fuck your city and your town, I state facts. Better yet, like Diddy, take that. He said, I hate rats, I clean them out like Ajax. I got paper like a fax machine, asinine. Damn, I mean asinine. I'm dapadine, and after mine, it will be none. Damn, I mean there will be none. I will be one of the greatest things you ever felt, you ever seen, or heard. Carter, Harvard, y'all skirt. Not me, not I. Call me Young Popeye. Tell Bruno I'm a Nuno. I bring rail to your funeral. Damn, I mean funeral. You say tomato, I say tomato. You say get him, I say got him. Man, I got him. Man, you better keep playing me, because you don't want my problems. I be wildin' like Capital One. What is in your wallet? You fly, but what is it to pilot? Wheezy, I'm at the top, foot up in your bottom. Jesus Christ. Don't tell me that Wayne wasn't killing shit, bro. Don't Get It, which is another one of those like kind of heartfelt Wayne records, misunderstood, and he does the story at the end of a record. But man, fucking great album, man. I'm trying to tell you, like, I was just think about this, to have an album with records, Dr. Carter, Phone Home, Mrs. Officer, Suit Me Down. Like, when I'm saying that, I'm saying this. I really miss when artists would like make these creative songs. Like, I'm a doctor now. Like, I know it's corny, but like, just try instead of these straightforward records. And it's like one of the last albums where that was attempted. Like, he tried everything. Like, it's nothing that's missing from this album. He gave you the lyrical shit, he gave you the heartfelt shit, he gave you the club shit, he gave you Wayne, he gave you the out there shit, he gave you the rock shit. Like, he gave you every piece of best part of Wayne, which I think he's been trying to recreate since, album wise. Let me get into my best songs. Shoot Me Down, Let the Beat Build. I'm gonna have to put Amelia on there, but Playing with Fire is right there. The worst song, Mrs. Officer, definitely the worst song. Best line, he said, my favorite line, really, Let the be Bill, he said. Believe that, like a true story. Rims big, make the car look like it's 2 stories. And if I hop out, that'd be suicide. No back seats. I call it paralyzed. I don't have a spine. I don't fantasize. I mastermind and go after mine. Bitch, I handle mine. I dismantle mine. I told her toolbox. Bitch, it's hammer time. So excuse me as I nail him to some venom. Like, oh my gosh. Best line. Best line. Best line. Let's wrap this up though. When it comes to the Carter 3, fucking classic. I had to give flowers to this album tonight. One of my favorites. I've been listening to a lot lately. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. It's just nostalgic, I guess. But I do think that this is the best Carter in the Carter series. 2's right there, but the thing with 2 is that even though I still think it's a classic, I think that it don't have the hits, right? It's not very commercially accessible. And at this point in Wayne's career, he needed this. Like, he conquered everything else. In that short amount of time, he proved that he was the best rapper alive. And now it's time to make the classic albums. Like the thing that, like when 50 Cent was being petty back in the day when he didn't like Wayne because he felt them coming for a spot and he felt them losing. He felt he was losing his spot. Like one thing he would poke fun of him at is the sales thing. Like, he ain't got no hits, he ain't got no sales. But can't say that after the Carter 3. Like, that sold it up. Now what? You know? And I do think it's Lil Wayne's Magnum Opus just as a body of work. This and dedication too. But yeah, it's amazing. It's a great album that I think for a hip hop classic it should be talked about more. So that's why I'm gonna end it right here. You let me know in the comments. What some of your favorite records off the Carter 3. And also let me know, what do you think the Carter 3, do you think it's the best Carter? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget again to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on all social media platforms at LifeAsTatum. And catch you next time. If you have any more recommendations, also let me know in the comments. Now, flowers for Lil Wayne and Carter 3. I'm Tatum. Peace.